Shalom, and this is a holy day unto our Father, which is the new moon day. Read Isaiah chapter 66 for more understanding about the new moon, and Numbers chapter 10, chapter 28 to chapter 29, and Ezekiel chapter 46. So shalom to my brothers and sisters who are the bride of the Messiah, and shalom, shalom to the scattered Hebrew Israelites who are throughout the four corners of the earth. Now I am outside, so you may hear some, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, some background noises, so I do apologize. Now here what you see before you is a picture of the new moon crescent. It was taken around 5:31 p.m., which is that Sunday on the heathens calendar, known as Satan calendar, aka Gregorian calendar. And the date of the heathens is November the 19th, 2017 AD. But for the Most High calendar, this is the 9th month and the first day. So I'm going to blow this picture up a little bit more so you can see the crescent, as you can see there, that little sliver. All praise to the Most High. Now this crescent is waxing about 1 to 2%. Now, for the title of this video, you may see it change. So if you come back and watch the video, you see a different title. It's due to updated reports. So far, according to one site I have seen, Israel has not seen the 9th new moon, but we in the West have seen it. If this is confirmed, my brothers and sisters, do you understand what that means? It means that the heavens are manifesting themselves unto us, showing us that the true children of Israel have not returned to the land of Israel as a nation of people. See, the Jewish people today that you see, they are the sons of Esau and the sons of Japheth, which fulfill biblical prophecy in Genesis chapter 9, Genesis chapter 10, and Deuteronomy chapter 32. Please check the video description box for Yahuwah prophetic message, so you can hear and print out his prophetic message, and you will see this is one of the greatest signs we have before us. So, also, I would like for you to come and check out the 9th month calendar report. For today, I'm sorry, my tongue's getting twisted. For today, we shall only go what I have so far. But please come back to the 9th moon calendar for any updates that are made on that calendar. So right now, based on the report that I have thus far, we're going to treat it as Israel has not seen the 9th new moon and the West did, which is a great sign unto us that a birth of a nation shall come forth. For the people in the Holy Land today are not the children of Israel. They are Gentiles. So now let us begin. Okay, let me first show you this. And forgive my sniffling. My sinuses are messing up, because I have to show you this. This is the fair use notice before we start. So we have this out the way. Okay. So the date of this is, I'm trying to get to the point where I can show you the date. The date of this is Sunday, November 19th, 2017 AD, and the time is now 5:56 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Again, on the Most High calendar, it is the 9th month and the first day, and his day began from sundown to sundown. And if you notice on the Gregorian calendar, it begins from midnight to midnight. Do you see how Satan calendar is different from the Most High calendar? Okay. Then the next site I'm going to take you to is Renew Moon. I use this site a lot to get updates of reports around the world. So I want to show you this too as well. And again, check the video description box for the Renew Moon link, and also come back to this video for any other moon reports. So as you can see here, it said for Israel, reported unseen. Okay, so that's what we have so far. But in the world, they have seen the new moon in Indonesia, India, Pakistan, Zimbabwe, and Tennessee, and also now in California. Okay, so now let us go to the next tab for the actual calendar of the ninth month. Now, bear with me because it takes a while to pull up. So in the ninth month, we do have a holy feast coming up. And it's an 8-day feast. Let me see, can I pull it up here? And today they call it Hanukkah. But when you read the Bible addresses it as the Feast of Dedication or the Feast of Lights. Now I'm letting you know now, my brothers and sisters. Hanukkah, says the Feast of Lights, has nothing to do with lighting the menorah. I would tell you the reason why, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to enclose the link for the video and for the notes so you can understand why lighting the menorah is a false custom for us to keep. For those who study Torah, you will understand why no one should be lighting the menorah. Okay, those who study Torah will know why, but I don't want to spoil it for the rest. Okay, all right. So you can either read the note or you can either watch the video to get understanding. How do you keep Hanukkah? Again, we must keep these things in memorial because they represent what was, what is, and what is yet to come. It shall give us understanding of prophecies, but most importantly, it shall make you more appreciative for what the Most High has done for us, Israelites and Gentiles. Do you understand what I'm saying? These holy days are not done in vain. It is to help you to remember the past. For if you have no past, you shall continue to repeat the same mistakes if you don't remember what happened in the past. So this thing of telling people you don't have to keep a memorial, you don't have to do none of these things, they are lies. Just read Ezekiel chapter 40 to 48, and you will see what we shall do in the new kingdom, in the new heaven and new earth. Now let us begin. So as you see before you, let me bring this back. We have here the ninth month, okay? And you do see me have some things highlighted. And the reason why I said come back later, because again, I'm still updating the calendar, but we're going to go with what I have so far. All right, for this calendar. Now, for the ninth month, there are several names that this ninth month is called. It's called Keslu or Kislev or Cheslu. Okay, so I did put the biblical scriptures for you to read so you can have access to where these names came from. Now, Kislev is that name or that word. You can Google it and you can see where that word come from as well. All right, so the ninth month fell on the pagan month between the months of November to December. All right, and we'll talk about the sun entering the ninth sign of Mazzaroth. All right, now the scriptures for the ninth month you should read are Nehemiah chapter 1 verse 1. Sorry about that. Zechariah chapter 7 verse 1. First Maccabees chapter 4 verse 52. Second Maccabees chapter 1 verse 18. Chapter 10 verse 5, and Jeremiah chapter 36 verse 9, because you will see a biblical event that also occurred in the ninth month. Now this brings me to my attention, but we need to close out the 8th month, but let us first talk about the first day of the ninth month. So as you can see in the photo, we have a crescent, okay, and it occurred on November the 19th at sundown. And the Most High Day began from sundown to sundown. So it starts on November the 19th and ends on November the 20th. And ends on November the 20th. Now, on this day, on the first day of the moon, the sun is in its 8th month and 28th day. So take this time now to pause the screen so you can see that. But now we first need to go and close out the 8th month. So bear with me. So because the new moon was seen on November the 19th at sundown, we have a total of 30 days, okay? And when we look at the moon actual time, okay, the actual time of the moon for that month is 29 days, 16 hours, and 30 minutes, okay? And I got this information from timeanddate.com. Now, for the Most High calendar, for the 8th month, we have 30 days. Now, Israel did not see the new moon, so I need to go back up and see if they saw it the same day as we saw it in the 8th month. Let me see. I'm hoping that this will come in. Now my whole screen want to go blank. Ain't that something? Okay. So based on what I have in the 8th month, according to this, Israel did see it on the same day as us. Okay. So because if they did not see the new moon on the 19th of November, they would have 31 days for their moon. Now, you know, the moon don't have 31 days. It's not possible. The moon can only have 29 days or 30 days in this month. All right. The next thing we need to look at is the sun actual time. Now, the sun actual time when it entered the 8th sign of Mazzaroth, okay, and when we count the total days that the sun was in this 8th sign of Mazzaroth, we have a total of 30 days, 8 hours, and 38 minutes. Now, I'm asking you from time to time, come back and check out my calendar, because I want to from time to time, come back and check out the calendar, because I always go back and redo the calculation to make sure it was done correctly. But what I have so far is 30 days, 8 hours, and 38 minutes. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to look at is we're going to look at the second week of the moon now. So now we're in the 9th month of the moon. Okay. So in the 9th month of the moon, in the second week, we're going to look at what are the events that occur in the second week of the moon. On the 3rd day of the moon, the sun shall enter into the 9th sign of Mazzaroth. Now, the Gentiles call the 9th sign Sagittarius, okay? On this day, we're going to talk about what happened on this day as we go further in this calendar, because you're going to see night to become longer in length and daylight to decrease in length. So on day 3 of the moon, the sun would be in its 8th month and 30th day. So when we look at day 4 of the moon, the sun 9th month would start on that day, and that would be the sun 9th month and 1st day. And on the Gregorian calendar, it would fall on November the 22nd to November the 23rd, from sundown to sundown. Now, in the first week of the moon, we have a waxing half moon. We'll try to get that picture up for you. Okay, waxing half moon. That falls on the 7th day of the moon. And on the Gregorian calendar, it would fall on November the 26th to November the 27th. Okay, and that is the sun 9th month and 4th day of its month. So, and that should end that week. And for the Most High Sabbath day, it falls on the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd, and the 29th. Okay. Now we're going to look at the second week of the moon. Let's look at see what events occur in the second week of the moon. So on the 11th day of the moon, you're going to see we're going to be entering into the heathens month known as December. And that falls on November the 30th to December 1st. And that is the sun 9th day and 8th day, which falls on the 11th day of the moon. Okay. Now for the full moon, that should fall on the 14th day of the moon. Okay, and on this day is the sun 9th month and 11th day. But on the heathens calendar, it falls on December the 3rd to December the 4th. And the Sabbath day shall fall on the 15th day of the moon. Now we shall look at the 3rd week of the moon. Let me see, can I get this to come in? So I'm sorry, my tongue about to get twisted. So on the 3rd week of the moon, we have here on the 20th day of the moon, we have here a waning moon. It's decreasing in light 50%. Now the reason why you see me putting question marks, because this phase of the moon, I have usually seen it on the 21st and the 22nd. This is something new. So what we shall do, my brothers and sisters, we shall continue to keep a record of the calendar and see if this occur again, because on my past calendars, I had never had this to happen with the moon, with the waning half moon, to it occur to fall on the 20th day. But you know what Enoch said, the moon would do her own thing, which again fulfilling prophecy of the Most High. So on the 20th day of the moon is the sun 9th month and 17th day, and that falls on the heathens calendar on December the 9th to December the 10th from sundown to sundown. And the Sabbath day shall be the 22nd day of the moon. Now for the 4th week of the moon, and this is where it gets very interesting. This is where we come into the Feast of Dedication. Okay, so we're looking at the 4th week of the moon. On the 25th day, this is where we shall begin the Feast of Dedication, known as the Feast of Lights, and today the people call it Hanukkah. Now, we keep this feast as in the same manner as the Feast of Tabernacles. And to understand how we keep this feast, you need to go back and read several chapters that are listed in that video or the notes. So please check, please check the video description box for that link on about what to do for Hanukkah, known as the Feast of Dedication or the Feast of Light. It's a great mystery behind it. And remember, it has nothing to do with lighting the menorah. Those who know about Torah know that no one should be lighting the menorah. Okay? So, this holy feast is an 8-day feast. And it begins on the 25th day of the moon. And this year, it shall fall on the heathen calendar on December the 14th to December the 15th. And as for the sun, it is the 9th month of the sun on the 22nd day. So that's day 1. So as you can see, we count out the days. And when we go to the 27th day of the moon, we have the last waning crescent on the moon. And this would be the 3rd day of the Feast of Dedication, which falls on the Heathen's Day, which is December the 16th to December the 17th. And then we get to the end of the week. Then we get to day 28 of the moon, and that is the dark moon, okay? And that falls on the 4th day of the Feast of Dedication. And on the Heathen's Day, it is December the 17th to December the 18th from sundown to sundown. And as for the sun, it is the 9th month and 25th day. And then on the last day of the moon for the 4th week which is the Sabbath day, day 29 of the moon, is day 5 of this holy feast. And on this day, it falls on the heathen day, which is December the 18th to December the 19th from sundown to sundown. And as for the sun, it would be for the sun 9th month and 26th day. Now, earlier we was talking about the sun entering to the night sign of Mazzaroth. So you probably ask yourself, what did that mean? When this happens in the heavens, I'm trying to get the screen to come up because it takes a while for it to come up. Here we go. When the sun entered the night sign of Mazzaroth, which the Gentiles call today Sagittarius, okay, and Sagittarius is located 240 degrees in the heavenly circuit. It occurs on November the 21st at 5:05 p.m. Israel Standard Time. In the Eastern Time Zone of America, it shall fall on November the 21st, 2017 at 10:05 p.m. Okay, I need to make a correction. For Israel, it shall occur at 5:05 a.m. Okay, which would be November the 22nd. All right. But in America, it shall fall on November the 21st at 10:05 p.m. Okay, so come back to the calendar in Google document and that correction shall be made. All right. So on this day, what happened is Enoch tells us that night becomes longer than daylight. Night shall be 11 parts and daylight should be 7 parts. And what that basically means, on this day, night shall be about 13 hours and 20 minutes. And daylight should be about 10 hours and 40 minutes, okay? And you may see a slight more for night, okay? It may be like slightly more than 13 hours and 20 minutes. And that is because the earth has shifted. It's no longer aligned with the heavens. And this is why you don't see the time to be exactly 13 hours and 20 minutes, okay? All right. So, like I said, what I'm going to do in the video description box, I'm going to put the link for the 9th month so you can get more understanding about Hanukkah, which is known as the Feast of Dedication or Lights. Also, I'm going to put the Google Note for the Feast of Dedication so you can get a more understanding so you can prepare on how to keep a memorial of this day, okay? And this shall end the night new moon report Look for more videos. I just want to give you the short version, the highlights. All praise to the Most High for his new moon day. For this is a worship day unto the Most High. It is not a rest day, but a worship day. And the prophet Ezekiel makes this clear in chapter 46. All right, my brothers and sisters, continue to preach the gospel that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Make sure the people receive salvation as written in Romans chapter 10 and baptize them in the name of Yahuwshua HaMashiyach. For the Lamb set the example of the water baptism and of the Holy Spirit baptism. And the apostle continued both of them as confirmed in the book of Acts and the rest of the book. For we must follow the Lamb example. Love you all and Shalom. And remember, please check the video description box for other important links. And if you do not understand the Most High Calendar, please look at the playlist to give you more understanding. And if you have any further questions, you can leave a comment or you can email me at followingthemessiah378@gmail.com. All right, my brothers and sisters, love you all and Shalom. And that means peace be with you.